as the sun still has a few hours of rest before it wakes. I get myself together for an epic trip to Daytona Bike Week, and the sound of the garage door opening signals to my home that I'll be leaving for a little while. And with my bike packed and loaded up, I take a short trip across the lake to Slidell to meet my brothers. We were all anxious to get out, as winter had been holding ourselves back like two teenagers who really didn't want to fight each other. This will be my new bike, Barney's maiden voyage, and I was super excited to see how she'd handle on an open road. But first, we must pray.
Heavenly Father, once again we come to you, just giving you thanks, giving you all honor, praise. Thank you for last night, rest of the Father. Thank you for watching over us last night and the stuff that you did. We ask that you go before us on the highways and byways, keep us safe from all hurt, harm, and dangers. Keep your protective shield around us as we travel the highways. These and all our blessed we ask you, in the Son Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Let's get it.
Chuck and Dre, my boys from New Orleans, will be my co-pilots on this flight that was taking off to the Sunshine State. And with a departure time of 5:15 a.m., with a saddle time of 9 hours and 30 minutes, we were ready for takeoff. And the temperature had a little bite to it like a teething infant, which required me to plug in my heated gear. And I hate the cold, and I made sure to get the max heat. But as we rolled along Interstate 10, the sun would slowly rise over time. Making good time is always a plus as we slid through Mississippi, the sun revealing what was left on the highway a few hours prior. Rainstorms preceded us, and I couldn't fathom being hit with rain this early into a ride. But we kept our distance like COVID-19 and we never caught it. And we would visit Sweet Home, Alabama as we burrowed through the Mobile Bay Tunnel. The sounds of the V-twin motors echoing off the walls made the cages look to the left. And even though this was our first time riding together, you couldn't tell because we were in sync like Justin Timberlake, the trio of Harley Davidsons dancing along the highway in unison. We had quickly became a unit that fed off of each other, and soon enough, we would make our very first gas stop of the day.
I said, the them boys over there deep. I'm be out there today. What's up, bro?
Good to see you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, yeah.
What's up, bro? I thought you already be out there.
All I need, no. All I need.
Like you kill your bananas and fruits and shit.
Eating taquitos and tacos. You know what I'm saying? Pull over.
Hey, that doing truck driver habit.
We would make quick work of this gas stop with a light snack for me, the usual banana and water, but Chuck would opt for a taco that he would later regret. The sun was at its highest point as of now, painting the sky and the surrounding areas with a bright light, causing us to use our tinted windshields on our helmets. The highway had stretched out ahead of us, and our exhaust was barking, and the rubber from our tires was gripping each mile. The three of us were riding in a perfect rhythm. Our motorcycles, these road glides, were cutting through the wind like a knife through butter, and we picked up on our unspoken signals. We picked up speed as we rode along, and the tree-lined highways became a blur of green and brown at our sides. The warmth from the sun had me turn off the plugs from the heat, but the way we got down on the road, you know we were rolling high. And we were floating on the highways as we hit warp speed like the Starship Enterprise on our way out to our last stop before Daytona. What up, y'all, man? We are at our second gas stop of the day. I'm a man Dre in the back, man. We rolling hard, man. CBO's tearing the road up. Let's see. I forgot to bring my my thing. But see, look, I told y'all some years ago. See, watch out for that gas station food. I told her. See, my man, you see, it's just two of us out here, huh? See what the other one at.
Hey, look, I'll try the water. We'll check back in with y'all later. Man, Chuck say he can gauge when it's time. When it's time to go.
Most people could gauge when it's time. They just, oh, nah, that just a little rumble. No, your stomach lets you know ahead of time. Next thing you want to show me.
I got you.
With just a few miles before our final destination, we knew we were closing in fast. The Florida sun was beaming and the smell of the salt in the air signaled to us that we were in striking distance. Daytona Bike Week is in sight. We saw more and more bikes along the way, and well, some of them was ridden and some of them trailered, but all headed to the same destination. It was like a whistle calling to all riders that spring is here and it's time to play. And we had crossed a few state lines, and the breeze of the coast had our jeans and jackets flapping in the wind. And crossing our final bridge would bring us to our end and the start of our mini vacation.
Wait, what happened?
We left the gas station. We had the red light, right? He said, man, we got 350-something miles left. I said, shit, what GP you looking at? We got 68 miles. We got 350-something miles. What they say? Go take care of damn fools and babies.
Hey man, we done made it. We done made it. Almost went to Miami. But we made it. We made it. So man, we about to get this hotel room, find us something good to eat. We gonna make it do what it do.
And then just start grabbing okay?
It's going down.
Look,
It's going down.
when you see it, I go here.
Steak.
I'll get the regular ribeye.
Look, I got the baby steak over
You
there.
want a heavy seasoning?
You know, I say clean bikes ride better. We gotta get it in, baby. Gotta get it in.
Chuck, Dre, and I had to get our bikes clean because anything else out here is uncivilized. And we wanted to head to take a picture near the world's most famous beach sign, but unfortunately it was closed to the public, and so we made a detour and headed down Main Street. Main Street is one of the highlights of any rally, and Daytona is no different. Bikers ride up and down, and some showing off their bikes, and others just looking for a spot to park in a sea of motorcycles. The neon glow of the business signs reflected off people as they walk by, and you can pretty much find anything and everything in the area. Some get tattoos, others like myself hunt down patches. And with all the riding or walking, you might be a little hungry and decide to grab some open air street food. The bars that line the streets compete with one another for your dollars, and then many beautiful women are calling to you like a siren to patronize their establishments. It's something for any and everyone, and for most, it's a reunion waiting to happen. And as we pace back and forth like a father in the waiting room, we headed to the gas station, a popular hangout spot filled with custom big wheel baggers ready to enter the gauntlet. Now the gauntlet isn't for the weak, and your build definitely has to be on point. The paint, the sound, the wheels all need to be top notch to come out on top. And if your stereo isn't world class, just shut it off, big dog. Don't embarrass yourself. But after watching everyone vibe around for a few hours, it was time for us to take it on in. Ironically, the warm and sunny temps usually I find in Florida was still on break, and instead of plugging into my heated gear, I just threw my rain gear over me to battle the bitter temps. So today I'll be heading down to Sanford, Florida for a biker breakfast with the great Chantel Williams, restaurant owner, mother, and biker badass. And many other prominent figures will be in attendance to talk bikes and history. I had long heard of Chantel's amazing cooking, and this was the perfect opportunity for me to find out for myself. What up, people? We are at Chantel Justin Till restaurant for a breakfast, meet, greet, and ride on our way back to Daytona. But we about to get some of this good food, man. Y'all know Chantel. Y'all have seen her on the channel before. Amazing woman, great rider, even better just human being. I'm telling you, we just come out here to support her and what she got going on out here. We down here in Sanford, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Look, let go pull up on her. Come on, Frank. Come on, Freddie. Hey, that's it. Hey. Welcome to my home. I see that. Chantel made everyone feel at home with not only her presence, but her homemade food, and you know I had to get a plate. But as we sat to eat, we were directed to check out the display of Black rider history and the history of Daytona Bike Week that was orated by those in attendance. Bessie Springfield, William Johnson, and Sugar Bear were some of the figures spoken about, and more people filled in. The love was spread evenly like butter on toast, and the fellowship was underway.
Cyclists call them outlaw. I wear a pin that I had a jeweler make. It says FAM, and under the FAM, it says outlaw. As I tell people, I'm a FAM outlaw.
A 200 monument on the beach out by the band shell there, that recognizes the people that started beach racing here.
This day was off to such a great start, but at this point I'm super nervous as I had to head back to Daytona for my own meet and greet. And I made my way back to the speedway and into a closed off section where I would be escorted by Chris to talk about a few things along with my man Bruce. And after a great conversation, I hear the chirp come over the radio, "We need GQ to the front." And man, I was as nervous as a teenager going on his first date as I cruised slowly through the people who walked the grounds. My heart pounded as I inched closer and closer to the entryway, and there it was, a gang of people that was all waiting there for me. Honestly, I was so overwhelmed, but in a good way. The joy I felt and emotions I had inside of me nearly boiled over, and just getting the opportunity to connect with these people, these individuals, the Peace Army, and to listen intently to each and every one of their stories made me whole. I was just as excited to take pictures and to just bask in the moment that I, as well as everyone else, will cherish for years to come. I'm just thankful, grateful, and appreciative of each and every one of them who took the time out of their schedules to support me, because without them, there is no me.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about. The Peace Army. United.
All right. Part 3 of the day will be a short cruise down to Bethune-Cookman University, where I'll be hanging out for Traveling Tall's Ride and Bike Show. Bethune-Cookman has been a part of Daytona Bike Week since its inception, and it continues to thrive today. And so many bikes started to pull up, each jockeying for position to be seen by the many onlookers in the area. Tall's Bike Show would consist of winners from a few different categories. Tall's Choice, the bike with the most miles, the best of show, and the Harley Davidson Design Team winner. Some bikes were stockish, and some was just awesome with their paint jobs, and some was just a blast from the past. And after some time, the judges would walk around and meticulously inspect the bikes before rendering decisions. There was a break in the action, and the people hung around interacting with each other until the calls were made, and the medals were handed out to each of the winners, with all of them expressing much joy and happiness. The rest of the time, I just hung out on the strip and took some time to take it all in before heading over to what would be the last stop of the evening. As the night dropped, I stopped by my brothers who have shown me so much love in the past, and I got a personal invite for me to stop by. The soldiers have a running get-together for Daytona over the last few years, and it's just a celebration for all of their chapters that's filled with fun, food, fellowship, and love. But no lie, I'm dog tired right now, and I have an hour ride back to St. Augustine where I'm staying for the night. So I have to hit the road.
It's time to go home. Yo, I can't talk. This is crazy. Please.
Turn left and turn right.
Good morning, good people. First stop, racetrack. It's a quick top off. Get a banana, some water. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Not a stranger to pulling out early in the morning, and today was no different. I had heard of storms that may be coming, but I most likely was going to beat it. The morning highways were filled with many bikes and trailers that hauled precious cars were headed in the same direction as I. But as I traveled further north, I was hit with the inevitable.
Miscalculated my the rain. I thought I had another 30-40 miles before I hit it, but it hit me, definitely got me. So I'm about to go ahead and change, get into this rain gear, and then we're gonna keep this thing moving.
I was caught off guard by the early morning rainstorm that hit me, and I quickly put on my gear and prepared myself for a potentially rainy ride home. And for a few miles, the rain would subside and the sky would lighten just a bit. But as I rode back east, I saw a sudden shift in the sky that turned and made me a little nervous. That color wasn't the usual gray hue that blankets the sky on a wet ride. Mother Nature had painted it a dull orange, like the sun and the clouds mixed to create a word of caution to those coming through the area. The drop still hadn't fully formed yet, but I could tell that they were gathering themselves for a big drop, like New Yorkers at Times Square for a New Year's Eve. 10 minutes later, each and every one of the soldiers of the sky readied themselves into position and aimed themselves at my location. And I tell myself over and over, I've been through this before, but in reality, it never gets any easier. You just become tougher. Much like in life, you can see the many obstacles in your way. People who doubt and don't believe in you. But here you are, pressing on like the warrior you are. And you are built for these battles that are thrown at you. You are built to become greater than you are. You are someone special, and you are someone amazing. You are an amazing individual that people love and revere, and so you never give up. No matter the weight that you carry on your shoulders, you just strap it down tighter and tighter to your body and march on. You become a shield of peace, and you put on the armor of love, and you wield the sword of joy, ready to embark on this quest we call life. And believe it or not, you have many people behind you, in your corner, ready to assist you at a moment's notice. And now you are fearless in the face of everything that comes your way. And as I make my way back home to Louisiana, I reflect and think about my own personal battles and how they motivate me to keep on, because the light that you bring affects others. The light that you share will infuse into others so that they may shine brighter. And to the rain turned off and on like a light switch, and the thunder roared like a pride of lions announcing their presence. Lightning flashed before my eyes like my life at times. And Mother Nature never ceases to amaze me with how fickle she can be. And after checking my radar a few times, I was hoping that the rain would shift north of me, but instead, it kept a direct line of sight on my path. And as miserable as this can be at times, ground yourself and think about it can be much worse. I mean, after all, you are riding when some cannot. So take it in, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it's the beauty of it all that connects us as riders. And as I make my way back to Louisiana, I reflect and think about my own personal battles and how they motivate me to keep on, because the light you bring affects others. The light you share will infuse into others so that they may shine brighter. And to the people I met in Daytona and beyond, thank you, and always press on.
But I got low rider ST at the house and I rode cross country because of your story.
Hey.
I just said, you know what? So you had a story about your mom. I had an illness that I live with.
Uh-huh.
I said before it's too late, I wanted to do it. So I went across country on my low rider ST
That's
because
what
of
I'm
your
talking
story.
Hey,
I want
man.
to say thank you, man.
Hey,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate that, bro.
It's kind of
Especially when you got into that with your mom.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
I know.
Much respect, man.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Your stories about your mom
Yeah.
inspired me to get back on the road for my dad.
Yeah.
I'm rolling his first Harley because of you.
Wow.
And I rode independent because of you.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your stories about your mom. We lost my dad going to Milwaukee with his motorcycle club.
Yeah.
It was the most brothers that he got to go.
Yeah.
With his iron soul out of the Bay Area.
Right.
And so my dad was just rolling. So now I rode his bike because of the few things he didn't get to do on
Right.
the East Coast. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Man, when you cry, I cry.
Hey.
That's from us. We love you that much, my brother.
Pleasure and an honor always to meet people, good people who follow and watch the channel, man. I'm here with my man Moto Flamingo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all right, man. Keep doing your thing, brother.
Hey, man.
Blessings, man.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
And this is your man, GQ, the leader of the Peace Army, telling you guys to be safe, be cool, and most importantly, be you, and peace out until we meet again.